Imagine thinking you are just playing a high-stakes VR game, only to realize the girl whose hand you are holding is about to become a permanent stain on the pavement.
Suwa is literally dangling over the abyss, looking at our boy Woo Hyun like she is about to drop the most depressing apology in history. She finally admits she cannot hold on anymore.
She really spent the last few minutes gaslighting herself into thinking the pain was just a glitch in the system and that they would be logging out for dinner soon.
Spoiler alert, there is no log out button in this hellscape. With a final plea for him to survive, she slips away.
Woo Hyun is left screaming into the void, finally forced to accept that his cozy gamer life is officially over.
This is not a simulation, it is a cold, hard, and very bloody reality.
The trauma hits him like a truck.
He is strapped down, crying blood, and realizing that every sensation of agony he felt was 100% real.
Welcome to the New World Order, where your HP bar actually represents your life. But how did we get here? Before everything went south, there was a game called Reverse Planet.
It was the #1 virtual reality masterpiece worldwide, promising players dimensional gates and supernatural powers. Basically, every Isekai fan's wet dream. Everyone was obsessed with the invasion wars and the flashy combat.
It looked like a total blast until you realized the developers were basically playing God with people's souls.
Our protagonist, being the typical relatable guy, just followed a friend's recommendation. Never trust your friends when they tell you a game is to die for, because in Woo Hyun's case, he literally did. The login process was a one-way ticket to a nightmare factory. Boom. He wakes up, and he is no longer Woo Hyun. He is just test subject number 62. These psycho-scientists in gas masks are actually congratulating him for surviving torture. They are calling it Project Transcendence, which is just a fancy name for, let's see how many people we can kill today.
The researchers are so detached they talk about burning corpses like they are taking out the trash.
But they messed up by leaving number 62 alive. You can see the pure, unadulterated revenge simmering in his eyes. He is done playing the victim. If this is his reality now, he is going to make sure everyone else regrets it. He makes a vow to survive and take revenge that is so edgy it could cut glass. The hunt is officially on. Finally, chaos breaks out. The sirens are blaring and the test subjects are making a run for it. They are sprinting down these metallic hallways like their lives depend on it, because, well, they actually do. Freedom is just a few meters away.
They think they are home free until they hit a massive roadblock.
A giant, armored guard who looks like he eats protein shakes for breakfast and orphans for lunch is standing right in their path. This red-haired psycho starts mocking them, calling them pathetic for crawling this far just to die. He is the ultimate gatekeeper, and he is not interested in letting anyone pass through his exit. The situation is looking grim. Realizing they are outmatched, the other subjects decide to pull a classic power of friendship sacrifice. They tell Woo Hyun to fall back and cover the rear while they throw their lives away to buy him a few seconds. It is a total massacre. The guard unleashes a devastating attack that turns his friends into past tense in a matter of seconds.
As they lie there dying, they use their last breaths to beg Woo Hyun to avenge them.
No pressure, right?
The guard is enjoying the slaughter way too much.
But Woo Hyun isn't the same weakling who logged in years ago. He survives the encounter and manages to disappear into the shadows of this broken world. Fast forward 3 years, and Woo Hyun has had a major glow-up. He has transformed into a relentless hunter, spending every waking moment killing his way up the food chain.
He is fulfilling the dying wishes of his friends, one throat slit at a time.
But the revenge feels totally hollow. Even as he stacks bodies, the voices of his dead friends are living rent-free in his head. They are screaming about how unfair it is and demanding more blood.
He is basically a puppet for ghosts at this point.
The mental toll is insane.
These dark, swirling manifestations of his trauma are constantly reminding him of his failures.
He is wondering if he is going to be a mindless killing machine until the day he finally drops dead. He has spent years in this cycle of violence. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years.
The time just blurs together when you are covered in the blood of your enemies.
He is exhausted, broken, and searching for an exit that doesn't exist. Every guard he kills is just another drop in the ocean. He is fast, he is lethal, and he is absolutely miserable. He has become the very monster the lab wanted to create, and he hates every second of it. He is tearing through the facility like a whirlwind of death.
The guards are terrified, but no matter how many he takes down, it doesn't bring Suwa or the others back.
The revenge is a never-ending loop of misery.
Just when he is about to give up on his sanity, a system window pops up.
It is a special mission titled Bug Fix.
The task? Eliminate the big boss, the head of Project Transcendence himself. Now that is a target worth hitting. He stares at the screen with those dead, tired eyes.
The system is finally offering him something real.
Not just more blood, but a way out of this nightmare.
The reward is the ultimate prize, a chance to return to his original world.
The hope he thought was dead suddenly flares up.
He finally has a clear path to escape this digital hell and go back to being a normal human.
Blood is dripping everywhere, and the general manager of Project Transcendence is currently having a mental breakdown. This bozo is shaking like a leaf while staring at his own creation, wondering why his test subject is going rogue instead of enjoying the glory.
Meet Baek Woo-hyun, also known as Test Subject Number 62. He is an absolute unit who achieved transcendence in a mortal body, and he is officially done taking orders from this corporate clown. The manager starts begging for his life like a true professional coward, offering Woo-hyun wealth, power, and status. It is the classic villain script. Please do not kill me. I have money. But our boy Woo-hyun is not buying what this simp is selling. When the bribery fails, the manager switches to threats, screaming about how the League of Enterprises will hunt down Woo-hyun's family. Big mistake. Woo-hyun silences him mid-sentence with a brutal strike that paints the room red.
A system window pops up announcing that the special mission Bug Fix is complete.
Finally, after 10 years of literal hell, the game offers him the ultimate reward, a one-way ticket back to the real world. But it is never that easy, is it? The ghosts of his fallen comrades start screaming in his head, begging him to stay and finish the job.
They want blood and vengeance, but Woo-hyun is exhausted and sick of the endless slaughter.
Woo-hyun whispers a quiet apology to the dead and slams that yes button. He is choosing peace over revenge, leaving the nightmare behind to finally go home. Talk about a dramatic exit. He jolts awake in his own bed, gasping for air. It is the same day he was dragged into the game, May 19th, 2041.
For a second, he thinks the last decade was just a really messed up fever dream.
He checks the mirror, and his legendary muscles and battle scars are completely gone. He looks like a regular civilian again, but the memories of the violence are still burned into his brain. Even without the physical scars, he knows those 10 years were real. The weight of every kill and every death is still crushing his soul, making him realize that you can leave the game, but the game never leaves you. Suddenly, his phone starts buzzing with a call from Young Nayeon.
She is the best friend who convinced him to play Reverse Planet in the first place. Woo-hyun freezes, wondering if she was actually the one who set the trap. He stares at her photo on his phone, his mind racing with suspicion. Is she a secret agent or just a regular girl? He decides to meet her, but he is going in with his guard all the way up. When he sees her at the restaurant, she is her usual bubbly self in a pink hat.
Nayeon invites him to drink, but Woo-hyun passes. He knows that if he loses control for even a second, his killer instincts might turn this barbecue joint into a crime scene.
She asks if he finished the tutorial, and he grimly tells her he only watched the intro. She laughs it off, having no clue that the intro was a 10-year deathmatch that nearly broke his mind.
It turns out she just wanted him to help her gaming stream because he was a high ranker.
His suspicion fades into pure weariness.
She is not a mastermind, she is just a clout chaser who accidentally sent him to hell.
Later, he looks up the game developers and finds their HQ in Silicon Valley.
He considers going there to demand answers, but realizes he would just look like a lunatic ranting about a dream world.
He tries to settle back into school life, but reality is starting to glitch. As he walks through the campus, the faces of his dead friends start appearing over the students. The trauma is literally haunting him. The ghosts are everywhere now, whispering that he does not belong here and demanding that he kill them all.
His peaceful life is crumbling before he even got a chance to enjoy it.
When a classmate tries to touch his shoulder, Woo-hyun's combat reflexes kick in instantly.
He nearly snaps the poor guy's arm off before realizing where he is.
Everyone is staring at him like he is a psycho, and honestly, they are not wrong. He is shaking, realizing that he brought the war back home with him. He is a predator trying to live in a world of prey, and the ghosts under his skin are never going to let him rest. Sitting alone on a bench, the spirits of the dead surround him once again.
They are crying out for vengeance, reminding him that the villains who tortured him for a decade are still out there living their best lives. Nayeon checks on him, but he just gives her a fake smile. He finally understands that this world is no different from the other one as long as his enemies are breathing.
He brought these ghosts back, and only he can lay them to rest. He heads back home and stares at his gaming pod. It is time to stop running. If the ghosts want revenge, he is going to give them the most harrowing massacre the world has ever seen. Woo-hyun climbs back into the machine with a cold resolve. His eyes glow with that signature superhuman light as he prepares to dive back into the hellscape. The superhuman is back, and this time, he is not stopping until everyone is dead. Imagine surviving a literal hellscape for 10 years only to wake up in a video game lobby. Our boy Woo-hyun wanted a war zone, but the universe gave him a digital waiting room. He is confused as hell, but since he cannot find the exit, he decides to dive into the tutorial just to find a way back to the real slaughter.
The system tries to offer him waifu-tier customization, but Woo-hyun is not here for the aesthetics.
He skips the glow-up and goes straight for the settings.
When the game asks for his combat correction level, he scoffs and cranks it down to 0%.
No training wheels for this absolute unit.
The game starts yapping about builds and elements like it is a math exam, but Woo-hyun treats the manual like trash.
He knows true power comes from the desperate will to survive, not some professional builder's spreadsheet. He picks his core ability and prepares to show this simulation what a real predator looks like.
Welcome to the lab, where test subjects are treated like disposable napkins. The researchers think they are in control, but they have no idea they just let a wolf into the sheep pen.
Woo-hyun stands there in his patient gown, looking more like a serial killer than a victim. First test, a mechanical monstrosity called the Ednal. This thing is a literal killing machine designed to mulch anyone who goes berserk. It has already turned countless subjects into red paste, and now it is locking eyes with our protagonist.
Most players would be crying for their moms right now.
The tutorial quest is simple: destroy the machine or die.
While other subjects are getting their spines snapped like dry twigs, Woo-hyun just watches.
He sees this high-tech nightmare as a cheap knockoff of the actual monsters he used to eat for breakfast. The Ednal charges in for the kill, thinking it is about to add another body to the pile. But Woo-hyun's eyes lock on with a terrifying glow. He is not just dodging. He is analyzing the scrap metal's every move. This is not a game to him. It is a Tuesday. Look at those movements.
Without a single point of combat correction, he is dancing around a machine that moves at light speed.
The researchers watching through the cameras are probably choking on their coffee.
He is treating a top-tier killing machine like a broken toaster. Woo-hyun decides he is done playing with his food.
He launches a counterattack so violent the system can barely register the frames.
He obliterates the Ednal with zero help from the game mechanics, turning the facility's pride and joy into a very expensive pile of junk.
The test ends, and the system is basically in shock.
It calls him amazing, but the celebration is cut short when the facility goes into full meltdown.
Alarms are blaring, and a new mission pops up: escape the research facility.
It is time for a jailbreak, and Woo-hyun is the one holding the keys. A mysterious voice broadcasts a message telling the victims to run for their lives. Woo-hyun does not panic. He moves with the tactical precision of a ghost. He treats the digital corridors like a real war zone, proving that even in a simulation, his survival instincts are top tier. Chaos is the best time for looting. Our boy finds a dead agent and immediately strips him of a walkie-talkie.
While others are looking for health potions, he is looking for intel.
He is playing 4D chess while the rest of the world is playing checkers.
He stumbles upon a dying guard who thinks he is helping a poor victim.
The guy offers him a choice of weapons, and Woo-hyun looks at the armory like a kid in a candy store.
He takes the gear and the radio, leaving the dying man behind without a second thought.
Cold-blooded.
With a chained scythe in hand, Woo-hyun looks absolutely demonic.
He knows this is just a story progression step, but he feels a deep disgust for the researchers playing God.
He is ready to tear this whole digital world apart just to find his way back home. Switch perspectives to our local e-girl, Kong Soil.
She is a professional streamer and a total indie game hipster who thinks she is too cool for mainstream games. But her viewers are absolute menaces and forced her to play Reverse Planet as a punishment for failing a previous challenge. Her chat starts baited her with a massive donation mission.
The condition? Clear the tutorial with zero combat correction. Soil, blinded by the money, arrogantly accepts.
She thinks her gamer skill will carry her through.
Oh, you poor, sweet, delusional child.
She boasts about her indie game training while setting her correction to 0. Her viewers are laughing because they know the stats. The percentage of players who clear this without help is literally 0. Soil is about to learn that this game does not care about her streaming career.
Disaster strikes immediately.
The Eternal ambushes her and turns her into a floor mat in less than 2 minutes. She spawns back in tears, trembling and ready to quit. She decides to stop fighting and just try to sneak out during the escape mission to save what little pride she has left.
The game starts party matching, and the chat is roasting her because the system only pairs you with people using the same settings.
Since nobody is dumb enough to play with 0 correction, she expects to be alone.
But then, the system pings success.
There is another psycho in the building.
Soil tries to cancel the match in a panic, but it is too late.
She is teleported directly into the hallway where Woo-hyun has been working. She is terrified, thinking she is about to meet another player, but instead, she finds herself in a graveyard of smoking robots. She sees the wreckage and her jaw hits the floor. Her chat is losing their minds because even pros cannot clear this without correction. She sees Woo-hyun standing there, covered in blood and looking like a final boss.
She genuinely thinks he is a monster and starts cowing in fear.
Realizing he is her party member, she cautiously approaches. Woo-hyun is just standing there with a bloody knife, radiating an aura of pure death. Soil tries to introduce herself, but our protagonist gives her the ultimate cold shoulder. He is not here to make friends, he is here to finish the mission. She tries to explain she is streaming, but Woo-hyun is already walking away.
He stops for a second, making her think he is angry, but he is just sensing the environment.
Soil is basically a level 1 mob following a god of war, and she is praying she does not get caught in the crossfire.
She begs to follow him since they are in the same party, hoping for a hard carry.
Woo-hyun barely acknowledges her existence, his eyes fixed on the path ahead. He is a silent protagonist in a world full of noise, and Soil is just along for the ride of her life.
Suddenly, a squad of armed guards ambushes them with orders to kill on sight. Soil screams like a typical horror movie victim, expecting a face full of lead. But Woo-hyun moves before the guards can even pull their triggers.
It is about to get very messy in here.
The scythe comes out, and it is a symphony of violence. Woo-hyun is flipping through the air, dodging bullets like they are in slow motion.
He is using a chained weapon with such impossible precision that the viewers watching the stream think the game is glitching.
He slaughters the entire squad in seconds, painting the walls red.
Soil is frozen in shock, and her chat is exploding with question marks. How can a human move like that without system assistance?
They start debating what secret ability he could possibly be using to break the game this hard. One viewer finally figures it out. The glowing white eyes and insane physical buffs only come from one core power, absolute being.
The chat is stunned because everyone knows that ability is considered absolute trash.
But looking at the pile of bodies Woo-hyun just made, it is clear that in his hands, it is the power of a god.
The online community is absolutely savage about this skill, calling it complete trash and warning everyone to delete their character if they accidentally pick it.
Who in their right mind would fight in a magic world with just their fists?
But our main man Woo-hyun is built different. While everyone else is busy min-maxing their spells, he is going all in on physical stats. He is only level 1, but he is about to show these keyboard warriors why raw power is king. Look at this absolute unit moving through the tutorial like a ghost.
He is dodging chains and painting the walls with blood without pressing a single skill button.
The guards have no idea they are locked in here with a monster.
He is not just fighting, he is venting. With his eyes glowing a piercing white, he is a literal engine of destruction. Even after all this carnage, he internally grumbles that he has not been violent enough to satisfy his thirst for revenge. A guard tries to pull a sneaky ambush, but Woo-hyun reacts with inhuman speed, saving the streamer girl Soil from a permanent logout.
He is basically her guardian angel, if angels were covered in the blood of their enemies.
Soil lands the final shot and her chat immediately erupts with kill-stealer accusations.
She is shaking like a leaf, terrified that this silent psycho is going to turn his scythe on her next for stealing his glory. Instead of a beatdown, she gets a smile. Woo-hyun validates her help, and suddenly every simp in the live chat is swooning.
He has got that dark and mysterious riz that makes the viewers go absolutely feral.
She begs to tag along because she knows she is toast without a carry.
He introduces himself as Baek Woo-hyun, a name that is about to become a nightmare for every top-ranked player on the server. She finally gathers the courage to ask if he really picked the trash absolute being skill.
When he says yes, the chat loses its collective mind.
Dodging bullets with zero system assistance?
This man is a literal cheat code.
He suddenly stops and claims there are enemies 20 meters ahead.
Soil is skeptical because he has zero detection skills, but then the mobs show up exactly where he predicted.
It is like he is reading the source code in real time. How is he doing this?
He casually drops that he was a ranker in an old game called Colosseum.
This is not just a flex. It means his combat instincts are hard-coded into his DNA from years of pro-level slaughter.
The viewers realize he is in the same league as Battler, the current top pro gamer.
Suddenly, the trash skill does not matter when the person using it has the reflexes of a literal god.
He is the definition of a hidden boss. They reach the end of the line and meet the lab security chief.
This red-haired clown starts trash-talking, promising to send Woo-hyun to join his dead comrades.
Huge mistake. You do not poke a sleeping dragon with trauma. The mention of his fallen friends triggers something primal. The voices of the dead start screaming for blood, and Woo-hyun is more than happy to oblige. The tutorial boss just signed his own death warrant in the most painful way possible.
The boss pops a particle barrier and the Iron Man skill, turning into a heavy metal juggernaut that cracks the floor just by standing there.
Soil tries to provide covering fire, but she is basically throwing pebbles at a tank.
It does not matter how much armor you have if you cannot hit your target. Woo-hyun is dancing around the boss like he is in a ballet of death, weaving through heavy strikes that would turn a normal player into a red smear. The beatdown is legendary. Woo-hyun shreds through the boss's high-level defenses with nothing but raw violence.
The boss is crying and begging for mercy, but Woo-hyun is only listening to the ghosts demanding an execution.
Tutorial mission complete.
The boss is a pile of scrap and Woo-hyun gets a level up. Soil is hyped and ready for the main quest, but our carry is exhausted.
The memories of the past are heavier than any boss fight.
Soil tries to secure the bag by offering him a paid spot on her stream. She knows he is a goldmine for views, but Woo-hyun shuts her down. He is not here for the fame or the money, he is here for a much darker purpose.
He accepts her friend request just to be polite before she logs out, leaving him alone in the golden sunset of the lobby.
But the silence is deafening, and something feels very, very wrong with the world he is supposed to go back to.
The twist hits hard, he is not being transported back to the other side. While he stands there confused, a massive storm is brewing on the forums.
A viral thread just dropped accusing Baek Woo-hyun of being a hacker, and the hunt is officially on. Imagine being a game dev and waking up to find your entire office in a meltdown because one player decided to break the laws of physics. The Planet Earth headquarters is currently a disaster zone because a single player is making their security chief look like a total amateur. The employees are re-watching the clip like it is a horror movie.
No buffs, no stat corrections, and zero weapons, yet this guy crushed a high-level boss barehanded.
The online community is already screaming hacks, and honestly, can you even blame them? The analysts are sweating bullets while checking the logs from the literal moment the character was created.
There is zero evidence of tampering, but the way this guy moves is like a transparent ghost. It is a level of precision that makes every other pro look like a toddler with a keyboard. The team is stuck between two choices, either this guy is a literal god, or he is using a hack so advanced it does not even exist yet.
Since they cannot find a glitch, they decide it is time to intervene directly before the entire player base quits out of pure jealousy. While the devs are panicking, the community has started a viral no-modification challenge, and the results are hilarious. Everyone is failing miserably trying to copy our MC, proving that you cannot just simulate being a total monster.
We cut to a cafe where Naeon is dropping the bombshell on Woo-hyun.
He really thought wearing a mask during the stream would protect his identity, but our boy is a special kind of genius who accidentally leaked his real name.
Simp behavior or just a massive oversight? You decide.
Naeon points out that even without the name Slip, his combat style is way too unique to hide.
The game company has officially reached out through a streamer to verify his gameplay.
Woo-hyun is confused, but he realizes this is his golden ticket.
This investigation is not just a headache, it is a rare chance to talk to the developers directly.
Wu Hyun is hoping to find some high-ranking officials who actually know the secrets of the other world that trapped him in the first place.
He agrees to the verification, but Nayeon warns him that internet detectives are no joke. These netizens have analyzed his habits down to the way he taps his foot before using telekinesis. Talk about being obsessed. These guys need a hobby that does not involve frame-by-frame analysis.
Woo Hyun finds the obsession unsettling, but the stakes are higher than his ego.
If he stays silent, the streamer Kong Soil is going to get targeted by a massive witch hunt for harboring a cheater. Our MC might be edgy, but he is not about to let an innocent girl take the fall.
He sends the message accepting the proposal, and Soil is already seeing her viewer count projections hit the moon.
This is not just a verification. It is going to be a legendary event that flips the entire gaming world upside down. 4 days later, the big day finally arrives.
Woo Hyun meets Soil before the broadcast, and she is surprisingly chill.
She admits she never believed the hack rumors because she saw the look in his eyes, the look of a deranged killer who does not need a program to win. The stream goes live and instantly explodes to 10,000 viewers. The chat is a literal war zone filled with toxic keyboard warriors chanting for the hacker to be banned. They are all tuned in just to see him get humiliated live on air.
Soil tries to play mediator, but the crowd is bloodthirsty.
When they ask Woo Hyun for his thoughts, he just calls the entire controversy ridiculous. Naturally, this makes the chat even more triggered because our MC has zero chill.
To settle the debate once and for all, Soil introduces a special guest. Park Jumyeon, the operations team manager, steps out with an official GM tag.
The trolls go silent real fast when they realize the company is actually taking this seriously.
Woo Hyun acts polite, but internally he is sizing up the manager like a hunter. He is already planning to squeeze every bit of information about the game's dark secrets out of this guy once the test is over. They head into a private training room, a sterile digital space that Woo Hyun never saw during his years of survival. The manager summons a mid-tier Edinal bot, a mechanical beast that makes tutorial enemies look like stuffed toys. The manager tells them to start the match and kill each other, but he barely gets the words out before a thunderous crash echoes through the room. Woo Hyun did not just attack, he practically deleted the robot from existence in a single move.
As the smoke clears over the shattered wreckage, the system analysis completes its scan.
The manager is staring at his tablet in pure disbelief.
There is absolutely no external interference.
Baek Woo Hyun is just that guy, and the entire internet just got served a massive plate of humble pie. The realization hits the chat like a freight train. Every single person who called him a fraud is now watching him stand over the remains of a mid-tier bot like it was nothing.
The GM confirms it to the world. No hacks, just pure, terrifying skill.
Woo Hyun does not even care about the fame. He is just focused on the GM.
The test might be over, but for our MC, the real game of extracting the truth is just beginning.
The look in his eyes says it all. The devs are the ones who should be scared now. The stream count is still skyrocketing, but the silence in the training room is deafening. Our MC has officially become the most dangerous player in Reverse Planet history, and he did it without a single line of code. Soil is speechless, the GM is shaking, and the netizens are probably deleting their hate comments as we speak. Baek Woo Hyun just proved that in a world of modified simps, the Real King does not need a gun to rule.
The screen flashes with the final verdict: no hacks detected.
It is the ultimate flex.
Woo Hyun stands there, unbothered, while the entire world tries to process the fact that a human can actually be this broken.
The bot is scrap, the controversy is dead, and the legend of the bare-handed monster is born.
If you thought the game was intense before, just wait until you see what happens when the MC starts asking the real questions.
The chapter ends with the GM realizing he is not in control of this situation at all. Woo Hyun is not the one being tested. He is the one doing the hunting. Absolute cinema.
Imagine being so good at a game that the actual developers think you are a walking glitch.
Our boy Hyun just finished a match, and the system is screaming that there is zero external interference. No hacks, no mods, just pure, unadulterated skill that makes the pros look like toddlers.
But the administrators are still salty. They are skeptical as heck and demand one final, impossible test to see if he is using an autopilot program. They want him to fight exactly how they specify, because apparently, even a god-tier AI cannot replicate the specific brand of chaos Woo Hyun brings to the table. The task is simple but insane. Decapitate 3 intermediate training bots using only a chain sickle and specific movements. It is like asking someone to perform brain surgery with a lawnmower, but Woo Hyun does not even blink. He just grabs that chain like he is ready to harvest some souls.
The manager is sweating buckets watching this, realizing that this situation is completely disadvantageous for any normal player.
But Woo Hyun is not normal.
He is about to show these corporate suits why you should never question a man who has lived through a literal hellscape.
As the bots charge, the chain sickle starts moving like it has a mind of its own.
It is fluid, terrifying, and defies every single law of game logic you have ever known.
He is not just swinging a weapon. He is conducting a symphony of destruction that leaves the viewers questioning their own eyesight.
Heads start rolling faster than the chat can type.
The precision is so scary that it looks like the weapon is alive, dancing through the air to find the weakest point in the bot's armor.
This is not just manual control. It is a level of mastery that makes the term pro gamer sound like an insult. The chat is absolutely losing it.
They finally realize it is not the weapon that is broken, it is the man holding it.
They are calling him a monster, an anomaly, and basically the final boss of the server. Meanwhile, the admin is watching with a greedy, twisted curiosity, wanting to see just how far this kid can go. This admin is a total snake. Instead of just admitting defeat, he decides to push the boundaries and summons an advanced training bot. This is a unit that is considered impossible for a single player to handle, and the viewers are already calling him out for being toxic and unfair. Out comes the advanced bot, a later version of the legendary Edenal. It looks like a sleek, silver nightmare designed specifically to end careers.
The admin is smugly thinking that without system corrections, no human can even scratch this thing defense.
He is basically setting Woo Hyun up to fail. The tension is so thick you could cut it with one of those sickles. The viewers are screaming that the admin has crossed the line, but Woo Hyun just stares at the machine with those cold, golden eyes. He does not care about fairness, he only cares about winning. We get a glimpse into why this bot is so feared. In the past, it was a literal meat grinder that left piles of bodies in its wake. It is a smiling, mechanical demon that was never meant to be beaten in a fair fight. But today, the fight is anything but fair for the bot. The battle kicks off, and it is pure chaos.
For a split second, it looks like Woo Hyun is actually being pushed back.
The bot is fast, heavy, and its strikes are meant to be lethal. One mistake, and our boy is nothing but a red stain on the digital floor. But then, the tide turns instantly. Woo Hyun unleashes a storm of attacks that are so fast the game engine can barely keep up. He is dodging punches by millimeters and counterattacking with the force of a freight train. The invincible defense of the bot is starting to look like wet tissue paper.
He realizes that if he allows even one strike to land, it is game over.
So what does he do? He simply decides not to get hit. He is matching an advanced bot with just one core ability, proving that stats do not mean anything when you have the reflexes of a god. The bot body is on a whole different level of hardness, but Woo Hyun just keeps punching. He decides that if he cannot break it in one hit, he will just beat it up until the damage accumulates.
It is a relentless, brutal display of stamina and skill that has the admin shaking in his boots.
The viewers are speechless. They are watching a man overwhelm a machine that was designed to be unbeatable. The admin realizes that his precious bot is about to be turned into scrap metal and panics, canceling the simulation before Woo Hyun can deliver the final blow. The verdict is finally in. Woo Hyun is clean. The accusations of cheating evaporate faster than the bots he just destroyed.
The community is in awe, realizing they are witnessing a level of skill that transcends the game engine itself.
They have officially found their new king. The fans even coin a new term for him, Haxical, a player whose physical prowess is so insane it is indistinguishable from hacking.
Soil is absolutely basking in the success of the stream, knowing she just hit the jackpot with this living, breathing clip farm.
Once the cameras are off, Woo Hyun corners the operations manager.
He drops the bomb. Has there ever been a critical bug where a player was trapped inside this game for a long time?
You can see the tension in his eyes. He is searching for any scrap of evidence that his nightmare was real. Later, Nayeon pops up, all excited about his first stream. Woo Hyun admits he hated it, finding the need to entertain an audience while fighting to be a total nuisance. It dulled his combat senses, and in his world, a dull sense means a quick death.
She insists that PvP is a whole different beast and starts explaining the modes.
You have got Showdown for those sweet 1v1 or 2v2 duels, and Warfare for the team-based chaos. The prospect of fighting humans instead of monsters finally catches Woo Hyun interest.
Nayeon tries to recommend a beginner-friendly build, but Woo Hyun shuts that down real quick.
He already knows exactly what he needs.
He starts configuring his stats to recreate the superhuman build that made him a legend in the other world.
They spawn into the military base, a high-risk zone crawling with elite players and top-tier gear.
It is the last place a beginner should go, but for Wu Hyun, it is just a target-rich environment.
He lands in a corridor, looking completely unimpressed by the dangerous terrain. While Naeon is busy looting and worrying about their position, Wu Hyun is already on the move. He encounters a random player who probably thought he was getting an easy kill. Poor guy had no idea, he just ran into a literal war veteran in a gamer's body. Suddenly, the kill feed on the screen starts exploding. Before Naeon can even find a decent weapon, Wu Hyun's name is repeating over and over. He is wiping out entire squads in seconds, moving through the base like a ghost made of blades and bad intentions.
The notifications are coming in so fast it looks like a glitch.
Baek Woo-hyun eliminated Lucky Day. Baek Woo-hyun eliminated Ricefield. Baek Woo-hyun eliminated Chicken is Love.
He is a one-man army, and the elite players are being treated like tutorial mobs.
Naeon is standing there, frozen in absolute horror and shock. She wanted a good video, but she just realized she invited a shark into a goldfish pond.
The massacre has only just begun, and the rest of the server is about to find out why you never challenge a superhuman.
Imagine landing in a survival game, and the kill feed is just one guy's name on repeat.
Our boy Woo-hyun is out here deleting the entire lobby before they can even find a weapon, and the survivors are literally praying they aren't next.
While Naeon is busy having a midlife crisis over the kill feed, Woo-hyun is casually turning players into digital confetti. He is not just playing the game. He is the reason everyone else is uninstalling it right now.
After a casual 4-on-1 massacre where he treated a squad like training dummies, Woo-hyun decides it is time to move on.
He is disappointed because honestly, these players are too weak to even give him a proper workout.
Suddenly, the local damsel in distress, Naeon, starts screaming through the voice chat like she is in a horror movie.
She is trapped on a rooftop and surrounded by enemies, begging for a carry because she clearly cannot handle her own.
Woo-hyun checks the map and realizes she is 3 blocks away.
Most people would take a car, but our protagonist just decides to break the sound barrier on foot while Naeon is busy hyperventilating. The enemy squad thinks they have an easy kill until they sense a literal demon closing in. They cannot even track his movements, asking if he is some kind of dexterity build freak while their lives flash before their eyes. One guy tries to get fancy with a fire ability, but Woo-hyun is already behind him. It is a total nothing personnel kid moment as he gets eliminated before he can even finish his sentence. This purple using simp really thinks his shout is going to do something. Woo-hyun just sighs and cuts through his special effects like they are made of cheap paper. The speed is so illegal that the last guy just screams in terror.
Woo-hyun is basically smithing in real life, and the system notifications for his kills are coming in faster than a spam bot.
He is just casually racking up the body count, while Naeon watches from the sidelines like a confused spectator.
At this point, the game should just hand him the trophy and let everyone else go home.
Woo-hyun reaches the building and tells Naeon to just stay put and not get in the way. He is entering the kill zone with the energy of a man doing his weekly grocery shopping. He counts the signatures. 4?
No, there are 5.
Even the guys hiding behind the doors for a cheap ambush are already dead. They just do not know it yet because our boy has already calculated their funeral. Some bottom-tier mob tries to sneak up with a machete, but Woo-hyun catches the blade with his bare hands.
Talk about a massive skill gap. The poor guy looks like he just saw a ghost.
A quick punch to the chest and another elimination for the books.
Woo-hyun is moving through this building like a professional janitor taking out the trash, and honestly, it is satisfying to watch.
The system is literally crying at this point, spamming elimination alerts for Good Kid and Baby Duck.
It is a massacre, and Woo-hyun is the one-man firing squad.
Naeon is standing there wondering when he even arrived.
He is so fast and quiet that she almost has a heart attack when she realizes he is standing right behind her after clearing the whole floor. Look at this girl.
She is holding a literal purple lightning chainsaw and still had the audacity to call for help. Woo-hyun is rightfully judging her life choices while she tries to look cute.
Naeon realizes she is sitting on a gold mine and begs him to wait 2 days before doing anything else.
She is cooking up a plan to turn this killing machine into a streaming superstar. Woo-hyun is just brooding because the PvP did not give him any clues about his past.
Meanwhile, The internet is losing its mind over his haxical persona, and streamer Soil is crying over the partner she lost.
Soil is hitting over 100,000 viewers just talking about him.
Naeon sees the numbers and her internal money eyes activate.
She stays up all night working on the most cursed PowerPoint ever.
Our boy is not interested in the fame, but Naeon is persistent.
She is exhausted, she is desperate, and she is ready to play her final card to get him in front of a camera.
What in the MS Paint hell is this?
Naeon presents her streamer project with a mascot that looks like a bootleg seal. Woohyun is visibly dying inside just looking at her laptop screen. She pitches a reality show format where he just plays the game while professionals do the talking.
It is the perfect setup for someone who has the social skills of a brick wall, but the hands of a god.
She promises a 60-40 profit split, but Woohyun is still a hard no. That is until she mentions the settlement from his previous stream with Soil.
A donation from Anonymous Viewer 62 asks how it feels to return to reality. The air gets cold because this psycho knows Woohyun's secret identity as Test Subject 62.
Woohyun realizes he is being watched by someone from there.
He asks if they can track the donor, but Naeon says the only way to talk to them is during a live stream. The hunter has become the bait. Woohyun agrees to the stream instantly, his eyes glowing with that someone is going to die energy.
The official notice drops, Haxical is going live, and the hunt for the mysterious observer begins.